Alright guys, so today is called two text types, alright? And that means we're going to take a look at two different types of text. Here we have a map, okay? We're going to look at a map activity. And then here we have an article with a sidebar. Okay, so we're going to look at an article and a map, alright? And then we're going to answer these questions, alright? Now it has the article, the map, or both, okay? All I want is a check mark. If it has the article, check mark. Map, check mark, both check mark. If you put something else than a check mark, like you circled it, that's fine, as long as you know what you chose. Okay, so first, let's take a look at these two different text types. Okay, first we're going to look at the map. All right, so you can see one of the big differences I see between the map and the article is this is a lot more words, okay? Still has some pictures in the sidebar and go along with the article, but the main part of this thing is the picture, okay? So this is a lot more visual. A map is going to let you look at something and see different things, okay? Now, what you're seeing is the words that are connected to it. So let's take a look. Look at a map. This map shows the path the Allies followed from England to attack the Germans. D-Day, World War II, June 6, 1944. We talked about this a little bit. It's when the Allies came from England and they retook France and pushed into Germany. During World War II, Germany took over all the land in red. All that. But starting on D-Day, Germany began to lose that land. What happened on D-Day? Well, let's find out. Okay, they took up all this land. If I made a prediction, I'd say that this blue part is going to follow these arrows into taking back the red. The Allies won the battle on D-Day. After D-Day, the Allies kept on winning battles against the German army. A year later, Germany lost the war. Okay, so D-Day was a turning point. All right, after D-Day, the Allies started to win. Some countries, the Allies, fought against Germany on D-Day. The Allies sent more than 150,000 soldiers to fight the German army. Okay, so look at that. Lots of information we get here. We get that the Allies sent 150,000 soldiers over to the red part, right? France and Germany, that Germany had taken over. And they dug in and they took back the land that Germany had taken over. Okay, that's my main takeaways from this. Okay, all right, so that's one text. All right, one down. Now let's look at the article. Okay, like I said, a little more words in the article. D-Day, a big battle. This picture is from June 6th, 1944. It shows soldiers on a boat. The boat is going to beach in France. When the soldiers get off the boat, the German army will start shooting at them. How would you feel if you were in that boat? Okay, imagine you're in this boat and people are about to start shooting at you. Remember, we took a look at the beach. Remember in Normandy in France? Remember how big that beach was? So it's not just like a little beach they have to run up. They have to run over like a huge area, like bigger than a football field. Okay, while people were shooting at them. What happened when the soldiers landed? Thousands of them died. Some soldiers drowned in the water. Many soldiers were shot by German soldiers. The battle was called D-Day. More than 3,500 soldiers died that day. The German army lost the battle. World War II did not end on D-Day. World War II would last one more year. But after D-Day, Germany began to lose the war. Okay? Many soldiers crossed the sea. Some soldiers died in the water. Some soldiers died on the beach. But these soldiers helped win the war. Okay? And you see Arlington and a lot of different cemeteries honoring our fallen soldiers with these white crosses. Okay? All right. So we have these two different texts. We have a map. What did we learn from the map? Well, I think it helps you see how we took from England to D-Day to Normandy and took back France and Germany. Okay, so it lets you get a real visual. Okay, whereas the article kind of tells you a little bit more in depth about how the soldiers felt during that. Okay, I mean, imagine being in that little boxy boat about to be shot at. Okay, lots of people died in the water, didn't even make it to the beach. And then others died on the beach. Okay, all right, so let's look. The article's about World War II battle called D-Day. There is information about D-Day in an article with a sidebar on a map showing what happened during the battle. Look at the list below. Decide if the information below was in the article, the map, or both. Okay, so was it the article, map, or both? Some of these we saw in both things. Okay. On and after D-Day, the Allies followed a path from England to attack the Germans. Okay, so does it say that they came over from England and followed a path to attack the Germans? Okay, came to France. They began to lose the war after that, after D-Day. Okay, but it doesn't really talk about where or when. Okay, that's more of a mappy thing. Okay, the map kind of tells you what country. They started in England, and then they went into Germany, and they kept advancing. Okay, this doesn't really tell you that. Okay, it tells you the significance of the battle, but not really the where. We're going to go with map for this one. Okay, so where, this was England to attack the Germans. That is map, so I'm going to give it a big old check mark for the map. Okay, all right, next. The Allied soldiers traveled in boats to a beach in France. Okay, now I know that definitely says that here. Okay, it tells you all about what happened on that boat going to France. Does the map tell us about the boats? Shows the path. Took over. Battle, kept on winning. I don't see anything about a boat, guys. D-Day Allies sent over 150,000. Tells us how many, but it doesn't talk anything about the boat. Okay, that's a detail, guys. That's a very key detail. Traveled in boats to a beach in France, right? That beach is what we looked at when on Google Maps that day. Okay, that beach we looked at. So we are going to go with the article. Okay, check mark for the article. Okay, after D-Day, Germany began to lose the war. I think both of these touch on that. Okay, let's check though. Okay, let's see. Some countries fought against Germany on D-Day. Allies sent more. Okay, won the battle. After D-Day, the Allies kept on winning battles against the German army. A year later, Germans lost the war. So I think starting on D-Day, Germans began to lose the war. Map definitely talks about after D-Day, Germans lost. Does the article? Let's check. Okay. Here. German armies lost the battle. World War II did not end on D-Day. World War II lasts one more year, but after D-Day, Germany began to lose the war. Bingo. Okay. See, I got my text evidence. Now I feel vindicated. Dun, dun, dun. I found my answer. D-Day, German began to lose the war. You can see this stuff is like, okay, it's talking about D-Day. It's talking about lost, it says, but it's not the war. It's a battle. Okay, the war would last one more year. That means someone lost. Okay, but it doesn't exactly say that Germany began to lose the war until we get to this golden sentence right here. But after D-Day, Germany began to lose the war. So I have text evidence that both of them touch on that. So finally I get to do the both box. So you can see we had the map and we had the article. Now we have both. Great job, guys. I love the way that you guys read both of these. I love the way that you found text evidence from both of these different articles. It goes to show that you could have two different types of text about the same thing, D-Day, right, that tell you more information, okay? So after you learn about something, say you love penguins. You read a book about penguins. Well, guess what? If you really like penguins, read another book about penguins. Different text tell you different things, okay? Great job, guys. Have a good day. Hey, guys, it's Mr. Alt. Did you enjoy that video? You finished your work for the day and wish there was just something else you could do? Our Microsoft Teams page, available on your computer or on your phone or tablet. And come to the left and click Enrichment Opportunities, and there's lots of extra things here for acting, art, science, history. You'll see our Jeopardy games. Lots of fun stuff to do if you finished your work for the day. It's extra, so it's not mandatory, but it is there for you. Okay? Enrichment Opportunities under Mr. Alt's class. Have a good one!